It wasn't a sublime performance, but they got the job done.
Yeah, scrappy, dig deep, something you'd expect, but you always expect that with Man United and way more, as in quality. They set standards for best part of 2 to 3 decades under Sir Alex Ferguson, and it was sometimes scrappy and messy and you don't get your own way. Southampton were terrific. I thought they really made a game of it, made it difficult for Man United, defended well got bodies in front of the ball. Sancho wasn't particularly good again yesterday, nor was Rashford. Elanga, all of the forwards, apart from Fernandes, who sort of stepped up as the captain role now, has come in and took his goal brilliantly. But a very scrappy performance by United and very even game. You could easily make a case that Southampton could have easily got a draw at least out of the game. So move on. It's a game, 3 points, move on.
Indeed they will, and they take on Leicester next, Manchester United on Thursday. There was a sort of shades of the old Bruno Fernandes at times, I thought, in the game. And his goal in as well.
I mean, I thought Christian Eriksen was the sort of the heartbeat of midfield. Oh, shouldn't use that word really, but I just did. The way he played and controlled the game. Yeah. He was superb. Everything that was good coming from Man United was from Christian Eriksen's ability to find passes. Fernandes has found a bit of hunger from somewhere because that wasn't there at the start of the season. And he's always been a good finisher. Yeah. So when he gets chances, he's capable of taking... He took his goal superbly well. It was a one-touch finish. It comes across his body. It's a difficult height and finishes it brilliantly. But it's a really hard game to dissect, as in United scrapped and really dug deep, and that's what they had to do yesterday. They didn't have the same sort of ambition to close down as quickly as they did against Liverpool. But Southampton were superb in a lot of things they did. Yeah,
with regards to Southampton then, because I know when we were talking at the start of the season, even when we were speaking to Francis Benali, who joined us yesterday to look ahead to this game, we mentioned and we talked about there was a bit of a concern about Southampton, especially how they finished last season. But they've shown more of a spirit than I, in some ways, expected from them, just because of how last season finished. And I was concerned for Ralph Hasenhüttl as well. I thought maybe he'd be one of the first managers to go if they didn't get off to a good start. But there is something about Southampton. They've sort of, after that disappointment of losing the game to Spurs, in which they took the lead in their opening game, they've shown a little bit of resilience and character, even though I know they lost yesterday, but they still are showing some sort of fight there.
There was an incredible incident now. I don't know if you saw it, where literally there's 3 golden opportunities in 10 seconds. The keeper makes a save, defender gets a block in. How it's not gone in the back of the net and United haven't took the lead, I don't know. But it was everybody... to the pumps, get there, make sure you make it difficult for the players in front of you. And Southampton did that really well. They had quality as well. I like Walker-Peters. I think Walker-Peters always does a good job for you. Very reliable, always wants the ball out wide on the right. I thought they'd done terrific. 2 centre-halves, relatively new to Southampton. They played really well. Lots of good things. Southampton will be gutted they didn't get something out of this game. They really will, because... they showed enough in the game to certainly cause United problems. De Gea pulled off 1 or 2 saves, which were needed. But the away fans, the faithful Man United fans who have travelled all the way down, they'll take that at the moment. I think the big difference between Manchester United and what you're seeing with City and what Liverpool can do is, again with Arsenal, maybe even Spurs we'll see again today, is they don't look like they can step up that performance and be really dominant. They don't look like they can do that to teams, which was their go-to sort of plan years ago. That they just they'd outrun you, they'd out-battle you, and you would just be... That's where the tin hat phrase come from, because literally they would swarm you with quality as well, and that isn't quite there at the moment.
With regards to Southampton, lack of quality up front, was that the big difference as to why they couldn't get something out of this game?
Sawyer Adams caused, he battled away. Not really many great chances for Southampton, but he battled away. Armstrong was a sort of, on the left side, and he's sort of been nudged. He looks a more natural centre forward to me, even though he plays on the left side. So Adams is their only real person I think can get goals. Not because he got 2 the week before, but he does look the most likely to cause problems and get goals. Holds the ball up brilliantly. He battled with Martinez and Varane yesterday, battled away with them. But they just didn't create enough great chances.
And just sort of lastly then on Manchester United, you mentioned there it's still a work in progress. Of course it is for Erik ten Hag. But from what you saw of that performance yesterday, and bear in mind we still got the window up until Thursday, there's still been a lot of talk about players coming in to Manchester United. Where are the issues that ten Hag needs to resolve by Thursday?
Well, look, he's pursuing Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's his own personal big signing. Obviously, he's worked with the lad. He knows what he gives the team. I still think you cannot, over the course of a season, between Martial, Rashford, Sancho, they haven't shown any consistency for them to be a Champions League team. And then there's the obvious problem. What happens with Ronaldo? Because he's not started. There was an incident in the game where you saw Ronaldo just get half a yard, go breaking through and gets caught really quickly by a defender. Now he's 37 years old. Now, okay, Ronaldo a few years back would have comfortably kept going, but you can't expect a 37-year-old now to be out running back fours of young men who are all pretty quick. And that's not really his job anymore. He lost his... I'd say lost half a yard or a yard of pace. Certainly in the end of his times at Real Madrid, he was not quite as quick.
So Anthony is one that they are still pursuing, as you say, because Ten Hag knows him really well. And it's been clear that he's made it clear to Ajax he wants to leave. Do you expect Cristiano Ronaldo to still be there come Thursday?
I really honestly don't know that.
I know.
How do you answer that? Because it seems from the outside that no one's prepared to go and pay what Ronaldo... he comes with a big package, as in you're going to cost a lot of money even for a year, and then you sacrifice your style. I mean, look, I think there is a team out there for him. I think if he's given chances, you can certainly make a case that he could go and play at someone like Chelsea. I think their setup's slightly different from most teams, but there ain't too many of them. Where tactically he isn't demanded to do certain things. Would
Man United really?
No, probably not.
Not for Chelsea.
Not really. No, it's a very difficult one to solve, and look, if he's not going to play week in week out, and he's only going to play Carling Cup or League Cup and FA Cup and be a sub coming on, that's going to end badly. That is not going to go well, and they don't look like a top 4 team to me. Really? I just don't. Still. Man United just don't look... Even with Casemiro coming in and whether they got Anthony, they still look well short of being a top 4 team to me.
The Sunday Sports Breakfast with Natalie, Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. Sunday mornings from 6 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.